Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new then hi, my name's Caitlin. I have a cold. It's all going on down here. It's great. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about palettes that I want to pan in future. Whether that be the whole palette, whether that be just a few shades from the palette, I want to get some pans on them. I want to really focus on them. I want to really work on them for one reason or another. I'm going to go through them. I have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, I have 8 palettes here with me today. I want to talk about all of them. Some I love, some I don't love. We'll get into it. Oh no, 9. Sorry, I missed one. But before we jump into it, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. And yeah, let's just get into it. I have such a bad cold right now. I'm hoping my voice isn't too bad. Whew. But I've got the lurgy right now. Okay, the first palette. This is just a little palette. This is the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in Truffles. Now, as you can see, I already have one pan in this. I think this will be really easy to pan because I pan this probably within like 2 to 3 weeks using it in my brows. So I was like, oh, okay, these pans are very, very shallow. And I just think it would be really satisfying to hit pan in all 4 of these shades. There aren't many shades to work on. All the shades I like and I use. So yeah, I think it would just be like very, very satisfying to hit pan on all these, especially because they're so easy to pan. And yeah, I get use out of all of them. This is very much my colour scheme. I love dark, smoky kind of palettes. A nice everyday for uni. I think this will be a very easy pan that palette kind of thing. Yeah, I might work on this. Who knows? I might work on it off the scene. Is that how you say it? Behind the scenes. Wow, my brain. Yeah, I might work on this behind the scenes. I might do it on camera. Who knows? I don't know, but it's something that I have my eye on. Next, okay. If you guys have been here for a long time, you'll laugh. A Too Faced Sweet Peach. So I think it was probably like last year, I started to pan that palette with this, which lasted about 2 weeks, and then I got just like bored of it. Like so bored. As you can see, all the shades are intact. There aren't any pans in this. This is so old. I have like a love-hate relationship with this. I can't bring myself to declutter it, but at the same time, I haven't used this in probably like about a year. I haven't touched this since my Pan That palette came out over a year ago. Maybe over a year? No, it's under a year. I literally don't know. But yeah, this, yeah, it hasn't been touched. Every time I'm like doing my makeup, I'll go, oh, the Sweet Peach, and I'll pull it out and I'll go, no. But at the same time, I cannot declutter this. It's so strange. I want to hit a few pans. I don't want to hit pan in all of these shades because A, they're Too Faced shades, which is like bad enough. But especially when you don't know how you feel about the palette, it's a different story. I don't know why I like it so much because I am very much a colourful person. But yeah, I want to hit pan in... Sorry, I was dying for a minute there. I want to hit pan in maybe like 1 or 2 of these shades. That'd be really nice. But at the same time, this palette does my head in and I don't want to use it ever. I literally don't know. I confuse myself so much. Don't worry. I confuse myself too. Okay, let's talk about this guy. This is the Beauty Bay Book of Magic. Oh, this is one of my favourite palettes. I love this palette so much. Oh my god. And it's for that reason that I want to get some pans in it. However, I'm back at uni right now, so I know I will only really be panning these shades and maybe Crystal as well. The other shades will be quite hard to pan. Maybe Moonlight, I could pan that one. As much as I love my bright, colourful eyeshadow, I don't know, like, I get quite self-conscious if I wear it out in public. So as much as I'm very confident that my uni would not care if I came in bright blue eyeshadow, I would care. And that's something I actually kind of want to get over because like I shouldn't care. If I want to come to uni in bright blue, then I should. But yeah, I do want to pan this palette. Not the whole palette. I would like to pan maybe a few of the blues and then like all of these neutrals I'd like to pan as well. I'm not too fussed about the purple. If you guys have been here before, you'll probably know pink and purple aren't really my colour story, but yeah, I would like to pan a lot of these shades, or especially this shade, Spell. Oh god, don't. I've heard these pans are very, very shallow as well, so that should make it easier, but oh god, I just love this palette so much. This was in the running to be my Pan That palette for winter. I'm doing a seasonal Pan That palette now. Yeah, I had to quit my normal Pan That palette after 6 months because I just got very bored. So I'm doing a seasonal Pan That palette now, and this was in the running, but it was just because it was so colourful and had quite little neutrals that I decided against it. But god, I love this palette. I want to pan a lot of these shades. Okay, now to pan this whole palette would be impossible. This is my Carnival Excel Pro. I have one pan in here. This was in my Pan Those Eyeshadows. It's this shade, Pep Talk. I don't even know if you can see the pan. I don't know. These pans are very shallow, I've learned. They are very, 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 very shallow. I think I could hit pan in quite a lot of these shades. This is I'm thinking, spoiler alert, I'm thinking that this is going to be my spring Pan That palette. Again, hitting pan in all of these shades, near impossible. I mean, I'm sure someone could do it, but I'm not that person. I'm not going to do that. The best thing about my seasonal Pan That palettes, I said in my intro, is that I'm not expecting to hit pan in all of the shades. It's more like, how much can I use it and how much use can I get in 3 months? So I really want to put this in a spring, maybe the spring Pan That palette, because I adore this palette. I adore the formula. I adore all the shades in it. Maybe not the pinks, but like, we'll look over that. I love the shades in it, and the pans are very, very shallow, that I've learned. So I think it would be a very good project, and I think in 3 months I could get some pretty good use out of it as well. I'm actually shocked that I've only got one pan in that, because I've used that to death. It's unreal. Okay, right, let's talk about this guy. Oh. Just as I was getting ready to film, my favourite shade in the world, my favourite eyeshadow, fell out of this pan. And I almost cried. Thank God I had some rubbing alcohol on me. I ran to my counter and I repressed this so fast. I'm quite scared to open this palette. Yeah, it's still there, but this is my Blue Moon palette. This is the shade Lumi. Lumi is my favourite eyeshadow of all time. I'm gonna put that out there. I've got something quite similar on the lid today, but it's not Lumi. It's not. It never will be. This shade, I'm really scared to hold it up in case it literally just, the pan didn't fall out, it was just the eyeshadow just fell out. I still have blue bits on my top, look. Can you see? I've got like Lumi all over my top. Anyway, yeah, let's be very careful with this one. Any other shade, like I would have been sad, but not as sad as Lumi. But anyway, we move on. We've rescued her. She's fine. I feel like I'm blinding you guys. So yeah, this is my Blue Moon palette. I absolutely adore her, and there's no pan in it. And I'm really upset. The reason there's no pan in this, as much as I love it, is it's not an everyday palette. I want it to be an everyday palette. I want to be the girl that comes into uni with bright blue eyeshadow. That's what I want. I want to be that girl. I'm just not confident enough yet. I think once I get my confidence up a little bit more, I think this is going to be an everyday palette. I love the shades. I love the formula. The Colourpop formula, like the Colourpop shades are very deep. So I don't know how successful it would be for a Pan That palette. But I mean, I want to get at least Lumi panned. It will hurt me quite a lot because I do love that shade so much. But I do want to have some pan in this palette just to represent how much I love it. I mean, eventually I'd love to have pan in all of these because honestly, I could bathe in this. Every time I open this, I'm like, oh my god, that palette's so beautiful. And like, it is. It's so beautiful. Okay, another Colourpop palette. This is the That's Taupe palette. This is a beautiful, just like neutral, everyday, cool tone palette. And that's why I think it would be a great pan that palette. I want to pan this palette. It's just neutral, it's everyday, it's quick, it's easy, it's uni appropriate. Wow. The reason I didn't put this as my seasonal pan that palette is because I'm quite intimidated by Colourpop shades. They are very deep, like I've said, and I only have 3 months, and I don't want to get to the end of 3 months and still not have any progress. Like, still not have any pans. That would be really embarrassing. So, I mean, I played it easy this month. I do have the palette here with me. But yeah, this, I'm sure this is going to be in the project pretty soon because I just love this palette. I've not reached for it as much as I want to, and I want to change that. And I think a seasonal pan that palette, it'd just sort that problem out. I would, to be honest, with Colourpop shades, because they are magnetic, I would probably like take out a few shades from my more colourful palette. So probably Lumi I'd put in here. I'd take out a few of the, like, maybe Constrictor I'd take out, and Cold Blooded I'd take out, these two, and swap them with other shades that would suit me a little bit more. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I want to pan a lot of Colourpop shades. That is my 2022 goal. Pan some Colourpop shades. 2022, Caitlin, that's it. That's your goal. Okay, and the last 3 palettes are 3 ABH palettes. So the first one is the Modern Renaissance. I do have 4 pans in this already. I'm losing my voice again. 1 minute. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. I do have 4 pans in this already. I want to make this even more loved. It's getting old. She is getting old. Maybe this is like a spring palette. Oh, I don't know. I've literally just filmed my winter palette yesterday, so I don't want to start thinking about spring already. I want to enjoy winter a little bit more, so just calm down. I really want to reach for this more. I don't reach for this naturally. Mainly, I don't know why. I'm not a pink person, so I don't really use the 2 pinks, but I love all the other shades in here so much. I don't want to pan the whole thing. I just want to hit pan in maybe like 2 or 3 more shades. One of these 3, Golden Ochre, Burnt Orange, Raw Sienna, I want to hit pan in one of these. I want to hit pan in Realgar, Red Ochre, Primavera. Well, maybe I am panning the whole palette, but but no, I want to get more use out of it. I want it to look more loved because it is very loved, and yeah, that's that with that. This is the shame of my whole collection. This is the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I've used this probably about 3 times. It's bad. 3 times. I love it. I love this palette. I look at it and I'm like, wow, that's really pretty, but I just don't use it. And that's why I want to kind of pan a few shades in this. I want to pan them naturally. I don't want to go, right, I'm hitting pan in this one, in this one, in this one. I just want to use it and like hit pan naturally in the shades. I think maybe like 3 shades in this palette panned. That would make me happy, and just have like dips in them. I can't tell you why I don't reach for this. Okay, no, I can. I have really been loving really bright eyeshadow over the summer, and I think that's probably part of the reason why, because this is very neutral. But, as I said, I'm back in uni now. This is the time for this to shine. I want to use this so bad, and honestly, uni. And I have saved this till last. This is my seasonal pan that palette for winter, and this is the Subculture palette, and this is what is partly on my eyes today. So this is what she looks like right now. There are no pans in this palette. Hopefully by the end of the 3-month run I'm gonna have some pans in it. I love this palette, and especially for winter, like October, November and December. This is just that in a nutshell. It's so beautiful. I can get neutral looks for uni. See, I thought about it. I can get colourful looks like I'm doing now. Well, today's colourful. It's quite grungy today. But Electric is the most beautiful shade I've ever seen in my life. Cube I'm actually learning to love. I don't like pinks, but like a pop of subtle pink in the inner corner, I can work with that. I can get down with that. It is so loved, and I just want it to look loved. I want it to show that it is loved, because it is, and I love it. I think by the end of the 3 months, if I have 4 pans in this, I'll be happy. 4 pans by the end of the 3 months. I have a feeling that I may have more than that at the end of the year. I hope so, because that would be great. I just want it to look loved, I really do. So they were my palettes that I want to pan. I just love eyeshadow so much, and I can't pan enough. It's a problem. I'm hoping that maybe some of these palettes get rolled into my Pan Those Eyeshadows, because I do a Pan Those Eyeshadows project as well as a Pan That palette. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. So yeah, let me know what you're thinking of panning for next year, because I'll be very interested in hearing that. I have no idea what I want to pan next year. Apart from like this rough idea that I've just showed you, I don't know when I'm gonna try and pan these. I don't know what projects. Who knows? But I mean, hopefully we'll get there soon. Anyway, if you did like this video, please like and subscribe, because it would mean the world to me. And I hope you're all staying very safe and very well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.